Yeah, that just happened. Yeah, that just fucking happened. We knew, we expected it. He signed a contract with WWE. But what just happened tonight, I kind of predicted, but you don't know until you actually see it happen. Adam Cole, and not only Adam Cole and Red Dragon debut tonight at NXT Takeover Brooklyn 3. Now, I'm going to say this. I want to scale it back. This takeover overall as a show was not better than Chicago. But this takeover has a lot more meaning than Chicago. Chicago was an overall better show for wrestling. You know, you had the ladder match with AOP and DIY, the turn at the end with Tommaso Ciampa turning heel on Giant Gargano. You had the match of the year so far in WWE, in my opinion, with Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. And you had, Bobby Roode retaining his NXT championship over Hideo Itami. But that didn't really, the only seismic shift was the, DIY breakup. This tonight, there is a lot that's going to be going on. I'm going to be glued to NXT next week. Well, probably not. Well, yeah, I will be next week. But the new storylines won't really go into effect into 2 weeks from now. The fact that we saw Red Dragon debut tonight, and we saw them interfere after Sanity won the NXT Tag Team titles, seeing that, I marked out. I was not expecting that. No one was really expecting Red Dragon to debut tonight. We heard murmurings. It was actually kind of obvious. I kind of, was thinking that, okay, well, Kyle O'Reilly debut, and, Bobby Fish debuted both against Aleister Black. Well, Red Dragon's in WWE, that's confirmed. I knew that, but I didn't think they were going to debut tonight as a unit. I didn't think that was going to happen tonight. We knew Adam Cole was going to be there. Now, the question was, would Adam Cole be in the crowd? Will Adam Cole be backstage? I made the recollection, hey, have Adam Cole come in and get physical. Have Adam Cole come in and get physical. And physical is what we got. We heard the rumor about this ROH faction to come in NXT, and it is here. It is here. Adam Cole and Red Dragon together. Now, there's still rumors that could be Leo Rush could be involved with this faction. There can also be a faction with Leo Rush, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and Adam Cole. Baby. We just got a great fan-fucking-tastic 2.5 hours of wrestling. Tomorrow's show, which will not be named tonight, the pre-show will be about 2 hours. So this show tonight is just as long as the pre-show will be, plus four extra hours on top of that. I just named it. SummerSlam is going to be fucking 4 hours long. I was like 6 hours long. God damn, I wish it was 4 hours long. It's going to be 6 hours long. With half the time, under half the time, NXT Takeover Brooklyn 3 is possibly to me, in my opinion, the second best takeover this year. But this takeover has a lot more going for it. This as far as storylines is concerned. Fan-fucking-tastic way to end tonight. It builds intriguement. And now NXT is now back to where it was, a year and a half ago. You now got Adam Cole. You got Red Dragon that's going to revitalize the tag team division. You got the new NXT World Champion, Drew McIntyre. You got Bobby Roode. He may go up to the main roster. By the way, it looked like it ended tonight. You still got Asuka. You still got Ember Moon. You still got Giant Gargano, Andrade Cien Almas, Aleister Black, Hideo Itami. And the list continues and goes on and on and on and on and on. Great show tonight. Okay? Great show tonight. Okay? If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to leave a thumbs up like that. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and like my Facebook page, where both links are down below. And also in this lovely display here at MikeWill87 here on Twitter. If you know JD from NY206, he's the man that made JD from NY's displays here, his background. So go give him a shout out if you are looking to get stuff done for your wrestling show or if you're a live stream, video game, or whatever. But tonight's NXT Takeover Brooklyn 3 was fucking great. Still not better than Chicago, but like I said, Chicago was better for wrestling. This was better for storylines and the future of NXT. And I'm gonna run down the card here for you guys. And this was just a great show tonight. Great show tonight. It just really pisses me off that when WWE actually puts on great shows, it's NXT. And you know what? I can't wait for Triple H to actually take full control of WWE. Wherever Vince McMahon steps down, retires, or unfortunately will pass away. When Triple H actually takes over, I think it's gonna be in great hands. That show that to you tonight. Every NXT takeover means something. Every show means something. There has not been one bad NXT takeover. That should tell you something. There has not been one bad takeover where I was like, this show really sucks tonight. I never said that about NXT ever. There's always 5 matches, maybe 6, but usually it's the typical 5 matches, and they all deliver in some fashion. The tag team match, AOP versus Sanity. I didn't think it was gonna be a great match, but they put on a pretty damn good match. Unbelievable stuff tonight, guys. Let's run down the card and give you my thoughts about the show. I'm not going to be giving star ratings. That's not what I do here. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you guys know that. But if you guys are new, I don't do any star ratings. I just let you know if the match was good or not. If it's a 5-star rating match, I will let you know that's a 5-star rating match. I can't remember now. Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. That was a 5-star match. You know what I mean? I'll tell you if it's a 5-star match. But again, guys, I do make Monday Night Raw SmackDown reviews. Have a podcast every single Friday called the Gaynor Podcast, where we get the best news and rumors from the week and talk about it here on the channel. Also, as well, I will be start uploading daily beginning next week on the biggest wrestling news of the day. So pay attention to that. We're almost 5,500 subscribers strong here on this channel. So click that subscribe button and tell your friends, family, come and join the JD Venom Nation on YouTube. All right, so let's get on to NXT Takeover Brooklyn 3 live from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. We start off tonight here with Johnny Gargano versus Andrade. I always call him Andre. Andrade Cien Almas with Zelina Vega, also known as Rosita from TNA Wrestling or Thea Trinidad. Wherever you know her as. But this was a damn good opener. Very, very, very good opener between Almas and Gargano. These two work very well with each other. Johnny Gargano is possibly, as of tonight, probably now the third most over guy in NXT. Him, Bobby Roode, and now probably Adam Cole's probably gonna be the number 1 most over guy in NXT. Johnny Gargano, he is a great in-ring talent. He is a great, fantastic storyteller, possibly the best in WWE right now as far as storytelling is concerned. When he gives those expressions on his face, when he gets those glazed look in his eyes, when he gets fucking, kicked in the head. You know what I mean? Great match. At one point in this match, you seen Gargano, go for that inverted crossface that he does to tap out his opponents. Also as well when he did that, against the Revival with the epic Revival versus DIY match at Takeover Toronto last year. Puts Almas in it. Almas, gets out of that. Almas goes for his pretty much tries to go for his double knees in the corner. Try goes for the double knees in the corner, and of course Gargano, it's very slandering. He gets out of that. At one point, Almas, hits a knee to the face, and to Gargano. It looked pretty bad and sick with that. Gargano tries to go for the finish. He goes for the meet in the middle. Really, I guess you want to call it meet in the middle, but his version of meet in the middle. But Zelina Vega throws a DIY t-shirt at Gargano. Gargano looks at it. He gets distracted, and all of a sudden, Almas hits a big hammerlock DDT for the 1-2-3 pinfall. Great way to keep and involve the DIY storyline, even though Tommaso Ciampa wasn't there, to keep and involve the DIY storyline with Almas winning this match. 1-2-3 pinfall. Andrade Cien Almas wins. This does not make Johnny Gargano look weak at all because he was distracted, and this is going to be for a bigger cause down the road next year when Tommaso Ciampa comes back. Great booking decision from WWE. Have Andrade Cien Almas wins because he really needed a victory. He really needed a victory on pay-per-view, and he got that tonight. Very good match to open up. A surprising match, and I said this in the preview. I said, don't sleep on this match, guys. Don't sleep on this match. This match may be good. This match may be good. This match was pretty solid. Wasn't great. Wasn't fucking fantastic. Wasn't 5-star, but it wasn't like a, 1-star, 2-star match. Probably me in the middle of the road. This match was pretty solid between Sanity and the Authors of Pain. I love the psychology from Sanity. I love the cohesiveness between all 4 members of Sanity. Nikki Cross is fucking out of her mind. We'll be talking about why she's out of her mind in a second. Eric Young, who is the leader of Sanity, is a great leader, is a great fit for, at this point in his career in NXT. This match originally started off with Killian Dane and Alexander Wolf. Now, at one point, Alexander Wolf was going to go for a tap for Killian Dane to come in the match for the first time. But Eric Young gets on the ropes, on the outside, tells Killian Dane to go down, and he tags himself into the match. Corey Graves, who was actually a guest commentator for his match, he pointed out great logic. This is why I like Corey Graves. He said, well, it's legal because that Killian Dane had never actually tagged in the match. He never actually tagged in the match. He was on the apron, but he never actually tagged in his match. So therefore, it is not a legal move for Eric Young to come into the match because Alexander Wolf tagged Eric Young in. I thought that was fucking brilliant. I was kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Skeptical of not having Killian Dane in that position over Alexander Wolf, but Alexander Wolf put on his best performance since I seen him in the WWE. Since I seen him on NXT, he's put on his best performance tonight. Did some great stuff, big boots, cross kicks, shows his strength, by picking up Akam and Razor, both, for like German suplexes and side slams and stuff. So Alexander Wolf, he was very impressive in this match tonight, no doubt about it. So with this match here overall, it was all of the mind games with Sandy. So at one point in the match, we see Nikki Cross get into the ring, and she was gonna try to do something, to one of the other Spaniards was going to try to do a dive on the outside, do a crossbody. We see Paul Ellering get in the ring. Referee's trying to separate Paul Ellering and Nikki Cross. The referee got distracted with Paul Ellering. Nikki Cross gets the opportunity to do a dive on the outside. She gets caught by one of the Authors of Pain. I don't remember who it was. I believe it was Razor. And of course he's gonna get caught. Nikki Cross, like 130 pounds. You know what I mean? If that. You know what I mean? So gets caught. Then all of a sudden they had a table set up on the outside. Before the match began, they were all brawling on the outside. Eric Young gets a table up. On the outside near the barricade. So at this point, after Razor catches Nikki Cross, we see Killian Dane running full speed at Nikki Cross, who was being pretty much a sandwich in this situation, does a running crossbody through Nikki Cross and Razor through the table that was set up on the outside. 6 spot. I thought Nikki Cross was dead. And this is my first time in a long while, you guys let me know if I'm wrong, where a woman is actually involved with a male putting physical harm on her. Even though it was inadvertent, even though I was going to call him Big Damo, he is Big Damo. Even though Killian Dane did not really mean to hurt Nikki Cross, it was still physical altercation. Holy shit chants from the crowd. All of a sudden, we get this is awesome chant, and at the end we see Wolf tags in Eric Young, and I believe it was on Akam. I think Akam was the one that went through the table. I think Razor was the one that got pinned. Well, Wolf tags in Eric Young. They do their side slam net breaker finish to Razor for the 1-2-3 pinfall and the undefeated streak. The Monsters that I seen won the NXT Tag Team titles in San Antonio, NXT Takeover San Antonio, my hometown. They lost tonight. Their reign has ended, and Sandy is your new NXT Tag Team champions. Now it makes me wonder a couple things. Now, one, I think they're gonna do it. I think they're gonna do the Freebird rules. They only make sense with Sandy. Two, I don't want to say Sandy is now faces. They really got face pops tonight, for sure. Authors of Pain were playing the heels in this match. It made it seem like Authors of Pain was coming into this event as the faces, because really Sandy was the ones who were attacking them, from behind and such at the beginning. I think Sandy will be tweeners. They'll be tweeners at this point. And especially what we saw after this match. So Sandy is your new NXT Tag Team Champions. After the match ends, we see, Young and Wolf, and, they raised the titles. And all of a sudden we saw Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish attack. They suddenly appear and they attack both teams, after this knockout, drag-out tag team title match. And Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, they did a fucking brainbuster kick combination. It was pretty awesome. I jumped up out of my seat like that. I ran away from the TV and sprang back, because I couldn't believe it. Because I was not expecting that tonight. When WWE wants to, they can shock the fuck out of you. And that's what they did tonight here with Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. Forming Red Dragon. I don't know if it's gonna be called Red Dragon. They may be Red Dragon. We don't know. But yeah, man. Just tag team division now is in NXT. Now you got Sandy. Now you got AOP. You still got the Street Profits. Don't remember about the Street Profits. You still got Heavy Machinery. TM61 is gonna be coming back soon. That's a solid 5 tag teams there. That is a solid 5 tag teams there in NXT, with Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish now being a tag team in NXT. Things are going to pick up for the tag team division, and all of a sudden, overnight, in a span of 2 hours, the NXT tag team division is now something that's going to be great to watch again. That's for sure. So, that is that for that match. And like I said, Sandy, my thing with Sandy is that they're over. They're over. People say, "Oh, bring them to the main roster." I was like, "Well, they haven't really made their mark at NXT. I don't think they should come up to the main roster yet." You know what I mean? Really the only people that I really say that really will come up to the main roster are people like No Way Jose. Even though I don't think he's gonna be utilizing the main roster at all. Yeah, he has nothing left to do in NXT. Payne Royce and Billy Kay, you know what I mean? Maybe even Cassius Ohno. That's the guy that I forget to talk about because, you know, he has yet to really put his foot in the ground since he came back to NXT. He has yet to be on the NXT pay-per-view since his comeback. So, with that being said, you know, guys like that should be called to the main roster, not Sandy. Sandy's not ready yet. Maybe WrestleMania season, once they lose the tag team titles, because I think they may lose the tag team titles at the next NXT pay-per-view, which is going to be NXT Houston, which is going to be 3 months from now for Survivor Series weekend. So that's going to be something seen, you know, maybe it's going to be a triple threat. AOP versus Red Dragon versus Sandy. I could see something like that. I'm looking at this. It's August 19th, and I'm calling it now. I called Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt at SummerSlam months ago. I said, that's gonna be a SummerSlam match. You know, it's gonna be the Spooky Wyatt versus the Demon Finn Balor. What the fuck is gonna happen tomorrow? Okay, I say Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. I say that they're gonna put a match of the year candidate at NXT Takeover Chicago. People are like, I don't know. I didn't really see him work. Look, I know my fucking wrestling, okay? Okay? So, with me saying that, well, hey, we may get a triple threat match at Survivor Series weekend, NXT TakeOver, just by what I saw tonight, could be a possibility. But we will definitely see Red Dragon versus Sandy at NXT TakeOver Houston. That we're definitely going to see that for sure. If not, it's going to be a triple threat match. So, back to the review here. Our next match was a match that I said that this could be match of the night. Close. I don't, you know, and I admit when I'm wrong, I don't think this was a match of the night. I don't think this match of the night. It was close though, but this match is very hard hitting. Hideo Itami and Aleister Black. Aleister Black, he got a special interest with the band that was there that sung the NXT TakeOver theme song, and you know, and I said this once and I say it again. If you guys are not following me on Twitter, go and follow me on Twitter, guys, for sure, because you guys don't want to miss any of my tweets. At JDVenom02 is actually down in this lovely display here. I said this once and I'll say it again. WWE, all the little details with their superstars. When they do the little details with the superstars, they're going to make something out of them. What I mean by that is that Aleister Black has his own custom nameplate. Stuff like that. Why would WWE waste time on making somebody their own custom nameplate if they're not going to utilize them? If you don't see big things out of them. You know what I mean? Rusev was pushed to the moon when he was first put into the main roster. You know what I mean? Undertaker has his own custom plate. You know what I mean? Elias has his own custom plate, and, you know, he's going to be pushed pretty hard. I can definitely tell that WWE is going to be pushing Elias sooner rather than later. But he gets his own band tonight, and I already knew that Aleister Black was going to win this match tonight, and he sure did in a very hard-hitting match. We'll be talking about the match in a second. But if he's going to have his own band to play him out to the ring, do you think he's going to lose? Do you think that WWE is going to make this guy look like a joke when he's undefeated? I heard some people tonight, oh, Aleister Black should lose. What? He's like, to me, I don't want to say he's the female version of Asuka, not at all, not anywhere close, but he should not be losing for a while. Asuka should not lose on NXT. Asuka should not lose until a match at WrestleMania against either Charlotte or Ronda Rousey. Somebody who is that legit. Okay, and I'm glad that Asuka didn't lose tonight. We'll be talking about that in a second as well. That'll be the next match. As far as this match is concerned, this match was damn hard hitting, stiff, shoot kicks, very, very, strong style type of shit here tonight. This was the first match that I saw from Hideo Itami. I was saying, okay, that's not Hideo Itami I'm seeing. I'm seeing Kenta tonight. That was the best match of Hideo Itami's career in NXT. in NXT, not of his whole fucking career. God no. I mean, I don't want people misconstruing my words, because some people will come on here, they'll tweet me like, you said that Kenta wrestled his best match tonight. I didn't say that. I said he's wrestled his best match in NXT tonight, which he did. Great match. This match started off immediately like a house of fucking fire. The bell, as soon as the bell rings, they both go to work with kicks back and forth. Me in the middle have a shoving match. Kicks to the back by Hideo Itami to Aleister Black. Aleister Black is fucking amazing in the ring. I think he may have broke his nose in this match. That's how hard hitting this match was. I think he may have broke his nose tonight. So we did get color in this match. At one point in this match, we saw a top rope, mid-rope Falcon Arrow from Hideo Itami. I was waiting for that moment. I was waiting for that moment to see that in NXT. We finally got it. It's not like the one that he would usually do when he was Kenta from the top rope. I think we're gonna see that one day from Hideo Itami. Hideo Itami's stock went up tonight. Even though he lost, his stock went up tonight. Now, he may not win the NXT Championship. He may never win the NXT Championship. But I can definitely see Hideo Itami, if they introduce a NXT TV title, because we don't know how much longer that Hideo Itami is going to be down in NXT, because he's been down in NXT for several years already. But, injuries has stopped him from becoming more than what he is right now. But his stock went up tonight. But if they involve a NXT TV title or NXT whatever title, you know what I mean? Whatever, wherever you want to call it, you know what I mean? I think that he'll be a top candidate for a title like that. Because guys like Hideo Itami, Cassius Ohno, the Velveteen Dream, that's another guy I forget talking about. He's fucking great. You know what I mean? Guys like that, we need a TV title. We need a mid-card belt. Because these guys can't just keep fighting each other over feuds. They need to have something to fight for eventually. Are we going to get that? I don't know. But, it'll be nice. It'll be nice. That's one of the things on the list, I'm sure, for NXT. Them going live on the WWE Network every Wednesday. A mid-card title. And, I can definitely see that. But that's if WWE really wants to end up utilizing that particular route for NXT is a mid-card title. But like I said, a mid-rope Falcon Arrow, they end up trading big shots in the middle ring, elbows and forearm shots and kicks, and it's just like at one point Aleister Black hits him with a fucking kick to the back of the head. And fucking Hideo Itami went headfirst into the cabins. I got kind of worried there for a second because he went down, he embraced himself, like he could have fucked up his neck. You know what I mean? But thank God he did it. Aleister Black hits a big knee to the face of Hideo Itami, kind of like a V-trigger. Then Hideo Itami immediately responds with a Falcon Arrow in the middle of the ring, which gets a 2 count. Hideo Itami hits a hesitation dropkick in the corner. Black avoids a GTS. Hitami pushes and tries to trash talks Black, and out of nowhere, Black Mass. You got RKO out of nowhere. I think the Black Mass will be the new RKO out of nowhere. You know what I mean? That finisher that just comes at any time. And for the 1-2-3 victory, Aleister Black picks up the win and beats Hideo Itami in a very hard-hitting, strong style match. Good stuff, great stuff from those men. On to our match of the night. These women put on I would say a disappointing match at NXT TakeOver Orlando. Still a good match, but just disappointing. Asuka versus Ember Moon. Now, I will say this. This is the second best NXT Women's Championship match that I've seen. Pretty damn good match. We already know what number 1 is. I don't even gotta say anything. Just say 2 years ago tonight, and you understand where I'm coming from. This match was fucking great. 5-star, I won't go that fucking far. Maybe a 4. But that doesn't mean that this match was any less good. All right, let me begin saying this. People was already crowning Ember Moon to beat Asuka. And Asuka's undefeated streak over 500 days to end tonight. And I said, why? Why? What sense does that make? Asuka has defeated everybody. She had a fucking war with Nikki Cross in a street fight, no holds barred match, and that was as close as that to where that Asuka, almost lost. That last woman standing match, to be exact. And Asuka looked very vulnerable in this match tonight, but with going into it, if Asuka can survive a last woman standing match, I can't see Ember Moon beating Asuka in a regular one-on-one contest. She did her damnedest. They booked her very strong tonight, but it would not make sense. Asuka should stay undefeated in her being on the main roster. She should not be defeated. She should not be defeated until something at WrestleMania with a huge feud against either Charlotte. I won't even say Sasha Banks. I won't even say Bayley. Not even Nia Jax. You saw what Asuka did to Nia Jax. You saw what Asuka did to Nia Jax. I would say either Charlotte or if WWE brings in Ronda Rousey. Those are the two women. Asuka should not be pinned. She should definitely not submit. The only way she should lose her title will be like in a triple threat match where she doesn't get pinned. And they tried that already. Couple times, as a matter of fact. Asuka is one of the special things about WWE. She's one of the only few special things about WWE. And the fact that they're still keeping this here keeps her title reign and her special. If she loses, she is still special, but not as special. She cannot lose. And it proved it tonight that she should not be losing her fucking title. If anything, she should vacate the title. She should vacate the title and have Ember Moon, Ruby Riott and Kairi. Oh, I'm sorry, another person that could be Asuka. Kairi Sane. Those are the 3 women. Rousey, Charlotte, and Kairi Sane. Those are my 3. I would love to see a match between Asuka and Kairi Sane. And I would love to see Kairi Sane take the title of Asuka, because that will make sense to me, because Kairi Sane is as legit as Asuka. People at one point say, hey, have Peyton Royce beat Asuka. What? Have Liv Morgan beat Asuka. What? I love Liv Morgan. You know what I mean? Liv Morgan, she's number 4 on the top 5 Bay list. Bay list is down below. You know what I mean? I have fucking, Alexa Bliss and Sasha Banks in my top 5 Bay list. Doesn't mean they should be fucking Asuka, though. We're talking about fucking Asuka here now. She's the female Goldberg, for fucking Christ's sakes. Okay? We have never seen anything like this before in the WWE for the women. Keep it special. Have it mean something when she loses. They almost got us they almost got us tonight. But I'm glad that they made the right decision of keeping the title on Asuka. Very well deserved. Asuka should just vacate. If they're going to take her to the main roster, just have her vacate the title. And the winner of the Mae Young Invitational Tournament, which I'm assuming could be, Kairi Sane. It should be Kairi Sane. I didn't look at the spoilers. I refuse to look at the spoilers. Because I want to be, legitimately surprised on who wins, who loses, or whatnot. But I know she at least makes it to the final 8. It won't make any sense for her to lose prior. You know what I mean? But have the winner of the Mae Young Classic face off against Ember Moon at NXT Takeover Houston. Or if it goes all the way WrestleMania, NXT Takeover, WrestleMania weekend in New Orleans. You know what I mean? Have her, or have those two women face off against each other and make a new NXT champion. Meanwhile, on the main roster, Asuka let's say she's on SmackDown. She's beating, she's not beating Charlotte, she's beating Becky Lynch. You know what I mean? She's beating Naomi. She's beating Natalya. She's beating Carmella. You know what I mean? She's beating Nikki Bella. Brie Bella if she comes back. I don't know. You know what I mean? She's beating all these women. And she becomes the WWE SmackDown Women's Champion. And gives a great feud between her and Charlotte to go into WrestleMania. Or if Ronda Rousey comes into WWE and having a one-off match against Asuka. Doesn't have to be for the fucking title. You know what I mean? A one-off match between her and Asuka at WrestleMania. You know what I mean? But the thing is, you gotta make Rousey a believable wrestler. We know that Asuka and Rousey will probably have a fucking great shoot MMA fight. We know that. But as wrestling, take it out of your head. We know Ronda Rousey can pretty much beat up any woman on the planet almost. You know what I mean? About 95% of the women on the planet. At 98% of the women on the planet. I'll put it like that. We know that Rousey could do that. But as a wrestler, kayfabe, I'm talking kayfabe here. I don't think she stands a chance against Asuka at first. You know what I mean? You gotta make her legit. You gotta make her legit. That's the only thing I gotta say about that. But back to the match itself. They start off, actually, not they. Ember Moon starts off beating the fuck out of Asuka. Okay? Hits her with a drop kick early on. Goes for an early pin tip. Asuka kicks out at 1. With Ember Moon with more offense, forcing Asuka to the floor. Ember Moon hits a baseball drop kick. And, and basically Asuka at this point was really, really shocked at what was going on. Asuka eventually gets the upper hand on Ember Moon by attacking her shoulder. Remember, her shoulder was, the former injured shoulder was the focus. That's what kept Ember Moon out of NXT TakeOver Chicago, because it could have been a one-on-one match at that event, but no, we didn't get that. So Asuka was focusing on the shoulder. That was the story of this match, was the shoulder. Asuka was hitting, kicks and suplexes and running hip attacks on Ember Moon. Ember Moon comes back every now and then, hits a fucking, a tornado suplex and, hits her with a nice lariat, clothesline. At one point in the match, Ember Moon, just starts a rage attack on Asuka. You know what I mean? And Ember Moon hits a huge stop in the corner for a 2 count. Ember Moon ends up going up to the top rope and hitting the Eclipse out of nowhere. I was afraid because no one kicked out of the Eclipse before, but I was thinking, well, Asuka, I kind of like composed myself and said, Asuka, she has not lost. This is the closest that she was ever to losing. Ember Moon goes for the pinfall. 1-2 kick out. I was shocked, but in the back of my head, I was like, okay, you know what? She's going to kick out here. Now, this is where the shit gets actually crazy for me. You get Asuka, tries to go for a roll-up pin, holds the tights of Ember Moon for a 1-2, but the referee saw the pull of the tights. Referee, was getting the face of Asuka, say, hey, what are you doing? You can't cheat. All of a sudden, super kick out of nowhere, levels Asuka. I thought that was it right there. 1-2, Asuka kicks out at 2. Fucking craziness. Yes, chat's going on. This is awesome. All that great stuff. All of a sudden, after the super kick out, Asuka goes for an armbar. Then Ember Moon tries to go for a pinfall with the armbar almost being in place. Then all of a sudden, Asuka goes for the Asuka lock. After 30 seconds being the Asuka lock, Ember Moon taps out. And you're still, rightfully so, a great match of the night. And rightfully so, still your NXT Women's Champion, Asuka. Fantastic match. At the end of this match, Asuka was battered, and, you know, she could barely stand up. And, you know, you had Ember Moon being clapped out by the NXT audience. Again, if Ember Moon, let's say Ember Moon would have won, guys. I want you guys to really think about this. If Ember Moon would have won this match, who does she have left? Because Asuka would have went to the main roster. There would have been no doubt about that. Asuka would be on the main roster. Who would be left? Who would be left? She already beat Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. She can destroy Ruby Riott, and I like Ruby Riott, but she, you know, Ember Moon, Ruby Riott, you know what I mean? Like, Ember Moon's like a mini Asuka, you know what I mean? So, why even, to even think about taking the title off of Asuka is beyond me. I don't agree with it whatsoever. For anybody who thinks that Asuka should lose the championship, I understand where you're coming from, but ultimately, it's not the right decision. Asuka's special. This title reign, her being undefeated, is special, and it should go onto the main roster. Period. Great match. We go on to our main event, and they've been showing people in the crowd throughout the whole night. Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe. They showed Neville, who looked fucking pissed off. Man, Neville, if you saw Neville on the pre-show, man, he was selling that he lost that fucking title. You know, we saw Kurt Angle and Daniel Bryan. We saw pretty much a lot of people. You know, former NXT, superstars. You know, we saw Bayley, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks there as well. So, me thinking this, I was like, well, if Adam Cole signed to WWE, and if he, you know, pretty much was on a flight to New York. Speaking of people on the flights to New York, The Undertaker is on a flight to New York. Oh, Roman Reigns, you done pissed off the dead, man. We'll be talking about that tomorrow. But with this here, this main event match, Drew McIntyre, Bobby Roode, it started off slow. It did. It started off slow. I wasn't really getting into it. The last 5 minutes was a fucking great main event. Made a great main event. Wasn't fucking, fantastic. Wasn't like I said, match of the year. But I would say this is, right behind Hideo Itami and Aleister Black. And, and not to say that, like I said, like this match sucked or anything, but it was pretty damn, it just started off slow for me, you know what I mean? Bobby Roode is great. I think Bobby Roode is a great talent. I think Bobby Roode is he was a great NXT champion. And, I just think that, people really bash Bobby Roode sometimes because of his in-ring skill. Bobby Roode is a old school wrestler. Just because he ain't fucking doing dives and flips and doing shooting star presses and Meltzer drivers and things of that nature, doesn't mean that he sucks in the ring. He's an old school competitor. If you would have said this shit 10, 15 years ago, you know what I mean, about Bobby Roode, you actually wouldn't even hear about that 10, 15 years ago about Bobby Roode. You wouldn't. I don't know. But being as it may, Bobby Roode and Drew McIntyre put on a pretty damn good match. Drew McIntyre at one point did a fucking dive, did a fucking flip, a rope flip over the fucking, over the rope onto the outside. A holy shit chant broke out. I popped for that. I was like, what the fuck? Drew McIntyre brings back Bobby Roode into the ring. Drew, tries to wait for tries to hit him with that Claymore kick. Bobby Roode hits a glorious DDT for a 2 count. Then all of a sudden, Drew catches Drew McIntyre with a tilt-a-whirl, which was reversed into a glorious DDT. Then all of a sudden, he was trying to go for a second glorious DDT. Drew McIntyre gets the wherewithal to push off Bobby Roode and hits him with the Claymore kick. 1, 2, 3, and your new NXT champion is Drew McIntyre. Very well deserved. Drew McIntyre has been great. He's been great since he's been returning back to NXT. His matches that he's been putting on NXT TV have been great. And I can't wait to see what this is going to do with Drew McIntyre going on to face off against, most likely, Adam Cole, baby! Probably at NXT Takeover Houston. So, Drew McIntyre is your new NXT champion. I think that Bobby Roode, where does Bobby Roode go from here? I see the main roster. Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. I say SmackDown. I definitely say SmackDown, and here's the reason why. Because after SummerSlam, I see John Cena going away for a little bit. Not too long, but I see him going away for a little bit. Probably for a month or two. Baron Corbin, who cashed in his Money in the Bank, I don't think he's gonna be. I don't think he's obviously not gonna be the top heel on SmackDown anymore. Neither is Jinder Mahal. I see Shinsuke Nakamura beating Jinder Mahal tomorrow. We need a new top heel. Now we got Kevin Owens. You know what I mean? We got Kevin Owens there. I understand that, but I do see Bobby Roode coming in to SmackDown. I see it happening. I see him coming to SmackDown, and it's gonna be for the first time ever that we have two former homegrown TNA talents on the same show, AJ Styles and Bobby Roode. Can you imagine the first time that they're gonna be in a ring against each other? Are we gonna get TNA chants? I would do TNA chants. I would do TNA chants if that actually did happen, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when that day comes. I see Bobby Roode going to SmackDown. I see him going to SmackDown. Is it gonna be this Tuesday? I don't know, but I see him going to SmackDown because I don't see Bobby Roode being around for this, feud, this new faction with Adam Cole and Red Dragon and now Drew McIntyre. I don't see that. I don't see that. I mean, that's just me. I may be wrong about that. I'm wrong about about a lot of things, but me personally, I don't see that happening at all. So after the end of the match, we see Drew McIntyre celebrating. All we hear, and the anticipation was killing me. All we heard was the crowd look to the right. Drew McIntyre celebrating in the ring, and you knew Adam Cole was there. It was, oh my God, you knew he was there. You knew he was there. And all of a sudden, we see Red Dragon in the ring, distracting Drew McIntyre. All of a sudden, from behind, we get Adam Cole Baby. Adam Cole Baby debuts tonight on NXT's Takeover Brooklyn 3. We see Kyle Ryan, Bobby Fish, attack Drew McIntyre from behind. We see Al Cole attack Drew McIntyre as well. They set up Drew McIntyre and for a super kick, and a big, huge super kick. A big, huge super kick from Adam Cole to make his stake for the NXT Championship. He picked up the belt. He looked at it, and he just taunting Drew McIntyre. Great ending to the show. Fantastic ending to the show. A huge pop. A great way to debut Adam Cole, and they're calling him Adam Cole. Okay, so that's another thing. Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and Adam Cole, they're all going to be using their regular names. I can't wait to hear what's going to be the name of this new faction. I'm anticipating music. I think about all that shit. You guys may not think about stuff like that, but I want to anticipate their visuals, their merchandise, their entrance, their song, the name of the faction. If they have like a hand gesture, I'm gonna think about all that type of shit. You know what I mean? Who else is gonna be involved with it? Is it gonna be Leo Rush? Is it gonna be Roderick Strong? You know what I mean? We saw Roderick Strong talking to Kurt Angle. Is Roderick Strong going to Raw? Is he going to SmackDown? I saw Dan Bryan talking with Payne Royce and Billy Kay. Are they going to SmackDown or Raw? See, there's a lot of things, a lot of questions that need to be answered, and I'm really more excited to see what the fuck is gonna happen on Monday and Tuesday rather than tomorrow. Because tomorrow, yeah, there's gonna be shocking. Yeah, we may get The Undertaker. Yeah, we're gonna get a pretty damn good match. Yeah, well, we may see Enzo turn heel again. Not again, but we may see him turn heel against Big Cass. We may see Nakamura win the championship, which I'll be pumped up for. Even though I think it's a tad bit too early for Nakamura to win the title. So there's some intriguing things for tomorrow's SummerSlam. But it's fucking 4 hours long, guys. This NXT TakeOver in 2.5 hours is just a tad bit longer than what the pre-show will be tomorrow for SummerSlam. But, you know, it is what it is with that, guys. It is what it is with that. And, you know, if I have to give this a rating out of 10 for this NXT TakeOver, I'm going to give this a solid 8. Want to say 8.5, but I'm going to give this a solid 8 out of 10. Pretty damn good show. Debuts tonight. Unpredictable stuff, which is going to be the opposite of tomorrow. Tonight was unpredictable. Tomorrow is going to be very predictable. Very predictable tomorrow, I think, on what we're going to see with SummerSlam. But guys, that's it. I really do appreciate you guys so much. If you guys did like this here, be sure to leave me a thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out anybody else's review. JD from NY, he's going to be putting up a review maybe tonight or tomorrow. You got the Joe Corona Show. Okay, Fade. You got a lot of guys out there who are doing this damn thing here on YouTube. And, you know, I'm very gracious to even do wrestling commentary here on YouTube. But guys, you guys are fucking awesome. Please rate, please subscribe, please drop a comment. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and like the Facebook page, where both links are down below. And I will see you guys later. Peace out.